Oh, you gotta love this. My mic fucked up last night. Okay, we will be shutting the media source off. Gotta love this shit. Well, we'll at least have some music on it. That really pisses me off because I had some really good material. I think I was just basically going off of everything he said and going from there. But yeah, this is another thing. You know, that the hardware I got is shitty at best. Yeah, the hardware I got is shitty at best, and I got a feeling it's only going to get worse. I really have a feeling it's only going to get worse. Yeah, the four horsemen of the apocalypse spawned while I was here. Yeah, that four horsemen apocalypse popped right as I was getting ready to go through the browser or the portal there. I'm going to check and see if the mic is still fucked up. Yeah, it is. Okay, we're just going to have to go with it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I can never hear this, and my computer does not work like a normal computer. I got to be honest, as far as I can tell, I'm lucky to get what I'm getting out of this thing. I really am. There's somebody on one of the Discords I'm on. It's for the Bunny Kingdom. I got a feeling they probably got a better streaming setup than I do, and they're having some of the same problems I am with, like, drop frames and some other shit. And I got a feeling that my computer is woefully underpowered compared to theirs. And I have just tweaked this thing out as much as I can, and I'm at least getting the same, if not better, performance than whatever new computer they have. But it is what it is. You do what you can with what you got. Pretty much it's the way life works. Okay, now what I'm doing here, if I remember right, I need to trade all this gold and I don't think I take it all, but I'm going to basically trade all this gold, and I will take a few of the Blackstone stacks with me when I go to the build. The other day when I was on, Biker let me know, and I told him, I go, well, he didn't kind of do it exactly this way, but he let me know that Sassy Bree on the server had like a surprise for me. And I go, can you tell me what it is? Or I got to wait. He goes, well, he goes, it's her surprise. And I go, okay, well, just in the future, if somebody does something like that, make sure you let me know to at least record when I go on. Because that's the way the Hermitcraft guys are. They will let each other know. It's like they might not tell them what it is, but they're like, hey, when you get on the server next time, make sure you're recording. And I went there. I ended up deleting the video, but I was recording. I got there. She had 2 chests there with signs on it, saying that, hey, there might be more, but here's a donation for a good cause. And the chests were empty. And I honestly didn't know. I honestly didn't know if it was a joke, like, hey, haha, we put some empty chests here for you, or if somebody had stolen it. And that's, it's one of the two, either that or we had some kind of a server reset too that glitched it out or some shit. But apparently she got busy and forgot to put the stuff. So it was actually here today, yesterday when I was recording. And so the surprise was there. She gave me damn near 3 double chests of Blackstone. She must have been busy as all get out. And that helped me out a lot. I don't know if I'm going to need any more, but I can get a large, I'm going to get a lot of it done now with all this grinding. But I didn't know if it was going to be there. So I figured, I'm going to go through and trade all this gold. God, I wish, because this really made the time go by faster. When I was like, because he was talking about stuff and he had no idea what I was saying unless I typed it into chat. But he had all this stuff that he was talking about on his build, and I was either going along with it or I was acting like I didn't know what he was talking about. This would have been funny, and then my crappy hardware fucked it all up. I don't know. They're probably going to pick somebody else anyways, but somebody put on Twitter today that for anybody that plays Minecraft, Roblox, and I can't think of the other game, they're looking for people that stream it. And I don't really stream it, but I do post it, so I hope it qualifies. But they're looking for people that do that on YouTube to be involved in a new game. They're probably going to find people with much better streams and shit because of the crap that I've been putting out. But I told them, I play on 2 SMPs. I can post something on both Discords if you want. And then I tagged Biker, and I'm a little guilty of this too. Like my Xbox logon is Casey from Wisconsin, and so I'm guilty of it too. But Lonely Biker is Lonely Biker. There might be some changes to it, but he's Lonely Biker. He's Lonely Biker on Twitter. He's Lonely Biker on Twitch. He's Lonely Biker on the server. A little easier to figure out. Everybody else that I play with, like me, I got 2. I got Casey's from Wisconsin, then I got, AFKC, some variation on everything else. I've seen people where every freaking social media account has a different name. I can't keep track of them. I really can't keep track of them. And there's a guy, I think Dead Bro or something like that is his think that's one handle, like on Twitch. He's got a different name when he's on the Bunny Realm, but I tagged him on it and I tagged Biker on it because they both post stuff on YouTube. And so I tagged both of them on it. And then I did get a response fairly quickly from the girl in question. She said, yes, please, if you would put that on the Discord and tell them just to DM me if they're interested. And then I told her, well, just so we're clear, I go, I'm actually interested in this too, because if it's a new game, I don't see anything wrong with spending 1 or 2 days a week recording some stuff of it and throwing it up on YouTube. Because if the game catches on, if the game is like a new thing, I honestly think it'd be good to be on the beta or whatever else, which I don't know what it is. They were real light on specifics. But if there's some kind of a beta or something like that, I would not mind being in on it. But I got a feeling I'm going to be screwed because I won't be able to play it on the PC. Yeah, I was asking because I'm throwing out the leather and stuff. There's certain things I'm throwing out from here because I just have too much of it. Gravel's one, leather's another. I should make concrete powder, but I don't know if my internet life is coming to an end or not. But so I'm kind of doing things slightly different because I'm just trying to get some shit done. I'm honestly just trying to get some shit done. Yeah, I think it's just going to be me and my shadow tonight. You know, that's the thing that I find kind of disappointing on this is like the Big Sin family's definitely been better. So just in case I don't make it back, if you see anybody in the Big Sin family, that's a pretty good group to kind of hang out with. But trying to think of the other one, but there's another gamer group that I was associated with. And I didn't mean to do this. The auto host feature of Twitch has a lot to be desired on it. And what I did was I set up a host list, and the way, if I'm understanding the controls on it, that is supposed to be the overriding priority. The overriding priority is supposed to be the hosting. And then as a secondary, anybody that's a member of that group should be hosted. Well, fuck, this thing takes over and it hosts them before, like, because Biker will be on and Crow and some others that are they're actually on my hosting priority list. And it doesn't auto-host them. It'll host this gamer group. I should disconnect them if I keep going, at least until I get in the Big Sin family. But I don't know how many hours and hours and hours my Twitch has auto-hosted these people. I don't think they've come in and hosted me. I don't think they've come in and watched a stream. I mean, just nothing. They might come in and follow me, and then I'll never see them again. But, you know, they could come in and host the stream. I don't get any indication they're doing that. They don't come in and host. They don't come in and raid. And to me, it's like, yeah, that's really making me not give a shit if I host them or not. It really is. That's been going on for months. So, like, the Big Sin family, now, granted, there's like 4 of them. Well, one of them is actually in the other group. He's been great. But there's 3 of them that are in the Big Sin family. They've been just great. They've been almost as helpful as Biker has been. They really have. And I'm going to give them a shout out here just in case this is my last stream. But Seed the Mediocre has been a big help. He gave me some shout outs on Twitch to help me get to affiliate. He's actually come in and worked in my stream. iFlanks is another one. And I think I'm doing these like in an awards. I'm starting out at the lowest level, and then I'm going to go. The ones that have really helped me out are going to be higher up. iFlanks is another one that's been great. He's been promoting me on his Discord. He's got a good Discord too. He came in and dropped some bits on my stream. I'm positive he bought a sub, but I never got credit for the sub that he bought. Never did. But he dropped some bits on my stream, and he really hasn't been streaming. But he's been moving and all this other, and even with that, he's made it to some of my streams and done a little bit more than lurk. Seed mostly comes in and lurks. And then the next one would be like Warwick. Warwick is someone that comes in and he might even be in lurking later tonight. I don't know. But he's one that's really been helpful. And if you're going to help Warwick out, there's you see her in his streams a lot. Ginger Snaps 45. She's more like me. She might even be doing better than me. I'm not trying to criticize her, but she's another one like me, a newer streamer that's trying to get ahead. So she'd be a really good one and she's been great. But you catch her a lot acting as a mod in his streams. And then the next one would be Schrodo Baggins. Other than Biker, he's probably been the most helpful on Twitch by far. He comes in and bullshits in the stream a little bit, or lurks. He might be along later. I'm not advertising these anymore because I can't see putting anybody to any trouble if I'm not going to keep doing this. I can't. I don't want to waste their time. If I come back, then yeah, I'll start pimping these on Twitter and on the Xbox groups again, trying to drive people here to come and watch it. But for right now, I'm not trying to go out with a bang. I'm just trying to go out with some good content that I can put up on YouTube. But they might come in. I really don't know. But Schrodo Baggins has been just amazing. He's been there. The only one I think who's been in my streams more than him is Biker. And then the rest of them, they're not really streaming right now. Like BC Snowball, he streams, but not regularly. I guess he's been working a lot, so you don't really, you can't be in two places at once. You just can't. But he's been helpful. I think she goes by Starry Eyes now. Used to be Crow. She's actually come to some of my streams. Pixel Pizza, Bullet. These are other guys that have caught streams. When I first started on the server, they've been helpful. I want to thank everybody. I really want to thank everybody. And this must have been the recording software. I apologize. I can only do what I can do with the equipment I got. I don't know if it's the playback or if it's the recording, but it's a little glitchy. Yeah, I couldn't see bugging everybody to come when it might be my last stream. I don't know. That really pisses me off that the microphone fucked up. That really, really, really pisses me off. I had some funny shit going on. So, okay, not all of it was probably great, but there was probably some good TikTok moments in there at the mic. But again, this is another thing that I constantly have to deal with. Every time I boot this up, that microphone should be working. But like the one of the kids on the server here, you can see the work in progress going on. One of them said, "Sounds like you're speaking in tongues," and it's like, what? And it shouldn't be doing that. Once it's set up, it should work every time, and I do not think this is an OBS glitch. I think it is a shitty fucking computer glitch, and there's just nothing I can do about it right now. That happened once before. I recorded the Diablo stream, and then I had to basically, because I wasn't streaming that one, I recorded a game of Diablo. I was going to throw it up on YouTube, and I was talking and everything while I was shooting it. And then because I can't hear what's going on and it was fucking up, I had no clue. So then when I was editing it, I had to piece together enough music to cover everything because I didn't have game sounds and I didn't have the mic. And I know I'm not alone on this. I see other people complaining about it on Twitter. You know, that one guy, he had one, but see, on his, it sounded like he was possessed by a demon. You could still understand what he was saying. Like when mine's screwing up, it's just gibberish. But you know, the other people that are on there, they actually have the hope of upgrading or fixing the equipment. I really don't. I really don't have that option. Well, I gotta say, it'll probably screw up later, but right now I've got 0% dropped frames. I've got 30 frames per second. Less than 40% of the CPUs being used. If this is my last stream for a week or two, or if this is my last stream ever, so far I've got beautiful stuff going on with the hardware. It's good. It is good. Yeah, I don't like to waste a lot of this shit. I got all these water potions filled, and they're all set to use. I can use them here, so I'm just throwing them in. Gonna make some potions. I hate this. I mean, there's a lot of that stuff I'm throwing out just because. Now, if I come back, I don't know if it's going to be like job A1 priority, but I am going to eventually make some kind of a sorting thing. And I'm going to make some kind of a sorting thing so that I don't have to throw out as much, and I'll be able to store more of the stuff. I've been meaning to do it, but because I haven't been trading with those guys that much. I call them Trader Vics because I named them all Vic. And but I don't know. I gotta wait and see. If I come back, I will eventually build one because I might not have to because Bree dropped off so much Blackstone. I might not have to trade for it anymore. That really pisses me off, man. This would have been such a this would have been such a funny stream if I would have had that audio track on here. Oh my god, that pisses me off. This is one of those movie moments where if you had one of those fairy godmothers in the movie, they drop off a fucking computer that actually works for me. Yeah, by the time I got done with the stream, I had both of these shelters filled up, so I can actually go and fill up my shop in the shopping district. I can at least fill up these 2 potions. I couldn't believe it, but people see those I get. They're a drop. I get a potion of swiftness sometimes from the raid farm and sometimes from the trader Vicks. And I hate to throw them out, but I didn't expect anybody to buy them because all I have to do is I get a potion of swiftness. I drop a hunk of redstone on it. And between digging and my raid farm, I get a fair amount of it, and I can actually trade emeralds to those guys for it. the potion guys, and I can get it. All I gotta do is put a bit of redstone into the potion, and then they're like the long potions of swiftness. Same thing with the fire potions. I don't care if anybody buys them, but those guys, I get fire potions out of stuff, and instead of throwing it out, I just soup them up, make them longer lasting. And if they sell, they sell, and if they don't, I'm not really out much, but a little bit of redstone and some effort. The only real potions I use are the slow-falling ones, which I think needs the membrane, the phantom membrane, and the weakness one to cure your villagers. Those are the two potions that I use the most. But the only time I use the slow-falling one is I like using those when you're fighting the Ender Dragon. Because you can go up, hit the slow falling, and then you can go around and pick off the end crystals pretty easy. Yeah, I'm going to throw, basically, like I said, I don't know what's going on, but I'm definitely not going to be streaming for a week or two. I'm going to take a break after all the bullshit that's been going on. And then, I don't know, this is supposed to be copyright-free music. Okay, now, I am going to go this whole stream without bitching about my brother. I think he's miserable enough. I don't need to pile on. You know, it's always, but the other thing I am going to bitch about, though, is the sovereign citizen nut jobs. There is, you got these sovereign citizens, these sovereign auditors, and you got these First Amendment auditors. If you look into them, what they are is they're kind of an offshoot of the sovereign citizen movement, and they should not be confused with actual First Amendment activists. What they are is they're a bunch of fucking nut jobs, almost to a fault. Now, what these people that call themselves First Amendment auditors, they're not really auditors. They pretend to be members of the press. They're really not. What they are is they are activists. And they don't like the government. Almost every one of them has had some kind of a problem with the authority. And most of them have criminal records. Some of them were in the military or law enforcement and they couldn't cut it. And so they basically are railing against a system that found them incompetent, lazy, worthless, and kicked them out. And like the one guy, this is the one we're going to be talking about. I usually refer to him as Fleet Captain Weenie. He calls himself Rogue Nation or Captain Awesome. And some of the stuff that he said, he's got older videos. If he hasn't taken them down, this fucking moron has gone into the DMV and asked to get a non-commercial license. and this is a total sob sit thing. They're under this delusion that you do not need a driver's license or insurance to drive unless you are doing it for commercial purposes. And because they go in there, they some of it is just conjured out of thin air, and some of it is stuff that because they're not lawyers and because they're not overly bright, they can't read it, so that they're looking at stuff and they're reading one thing and it actually says something else. Like the sob sits, they will keep quoting case law about traveling, and so that their big thing is, Mr. Baggins, thank you very much for showing up. Yeah, I'm actually in a good mood. I'm actually in a good mood. Yesterday and the day before, I don't get me wrong, I felt good. But yesterday and the day before, I was doing the mowing. I haven't had to mow in like 3 weeks. It finally started raining, so the grass decided to grow again. But I was mowing, and it wiped me out. I slept off and on Sunday. I slept for 4 hours when I got done yesterday. And I decided I wasn't doing jack shit today. I went out and I watered my stuff twice. I cooked on the grill. And other than that, I've been in here kind of relaxing, napping, getting some stuff done on Minecraft and getting ready for the stream tonight. But yeah, no, I'm actually feeling good. And my mic screwed up. I was recording. I'm finding out that I'm getting better product if I record these and then play the recording and then just bullshit alongside it. Well, when I was recording last night, Biker was doing his stream. And it dawned on me, I'm like, oh man, I'll act like I'm having a conversation with Biker. And I even admitted I was doing it while I was going on. I let Biker know. And he's like, well, yeah, if you're okay, I don't care. So he'd be commenting on his stream. And I'd either be tuning off of it or I'd be going along. Like, he kept talking about copper. And I'm like, dude, man, I never said a goddamn thing about copper. And I was playing. And I'm like, this might be funny. And then when I go, and then when I go to fucking do it today, my mic was screwing up. So everything's coming out in gibberish. And one of the kids on the server, they go, man, it sounds like you're speaking in tongues. And it's just, but, I would just like things to work. And sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. So I had a whole shtick for this thing all recorded. And I could just sort of type along and relax. Nah, my mic took a giant shit on me yesterday. So it's useless. But no, I am actually feeling pretty good. Just with everything else, I'm still going to be planning on putting stuff up on YouTube. Like, I'll still record stuff and put it up there and doing stuff on TikTok. But I am just going to avoid Twitch for a week or two. Because here's the thing. Just with everything that went on, I could use a break. Kind of get my head on straight again. I've got some things I wanted to do that I will try and get done. And they don't really involve this. And this will give me the time to do it. I can't do everything I want. I got to kind of prioritize. And the other thing is, I don't know how much mowing I'm going to have to do because we've been getting a lot of rain off and on. And that grass has been dormant for a while. And some of the spots I mowed yesterday were a goddamn mess. So that'll give me a chance to get caught up on some of the yard work. And, but yeah, no, everything's good. I tried to make it funny so that nobody, because I'm like, man, I don't need anybody freaking out on me. But yeah, I'm glad it was funny. That was the intent. Everything is good. I'll still try and catch your guys' streams as long as I got internet, which it's looking like that's going to be good. Crisis averted. And then the other thing I might do, because if I take this time off, I might be able to get some more stuff done, like start screens, end screens, that kind of thing, stuff for my YouTube clips, just the artwork. And I might be able to spend some time doing that. And I'm also going to see, the last time I went and looked at somebody's hover clip, I think there was a place on the website to sign in. So I have to find out if I can actually get on hover on the website. I'm going to create a hover account and I might make some videos for that. But yeah, now like Sunday, Sunday was bad, and yesterday was a little better, but I got issues with my stomach from what happened. Like, I can technically drink, but my stomach usually bothers me the next day, and I haven't tested that in a while. And I baked some bread on Saturday, and well, it was kind of a group effort, but I think somebody else put them in, and I helped put them on the pan. Somebody else put them in, and I took them out. At least took one of them out. And I had a not. We're not even talking like a lot of bread, but I have an issue with bread. If I eat too much, it'll fuck up my stomach. It's not normal. It's not what a normal person goes through. Well, I ended up having, I think, 4 buns, maybe 5 that night off and on. Oh man, my stomach was fucked up all day Sunday and most of yesterday, and it's because of what happened to me. And I was a little pissed off the other day. When shit like that happens, like when I'm having a bad day, it usually pisses me off because it just highlights the bullshit that happened and the fact that it don't seem to be getting any better. But yeah, so I was a little pissed off Sunday and Monday, but today's actually been pretty good. I didn't know if anybody was going to make it. I haven't been advertising these because I'm like, you know what? I just can't see putting anybody to any problems just in case I'm done. But I'm hoping I'll be back in a week or two. I just want to get some other stuff done. And I'm finding out I just can't do everything at once. I do have to prioritize. I am glad though, because for as far as Diablo goes, I got that character up to level 70, so I got that achievement of getting a barbarian to level 70. Felt pretty good about that. And oh, hey, I'm glad you're here. I did this a while ago, like a couple weeks ago. I turned off the counter, so I have no idea how many people. I was to the point where I didn't care. I can check it on my tablet, but I just got to where I didn't care anymore. I'm like, I'm just going to turn that off and just focus on the stream and not the number. But hey, I want to thank you, Sassy. That Blackstone you dropped off, that has been a big help. You know, that was the thing. Biker was telling me, and Biker was telling me that you had a surprise for me, and like I told him, I go from the oh man, the Hermitcrafts. If you guys do something like that, let me know because I want to make sure I record it. I want to record the surprise. I want to, I want it, and I recorded it, and I got there, and there was nothing in it, and I'm like, okay, so I could delete that. I didn't need the video anymore, but I didn't know if I figured, well, maybe it's a joke. Ha ha, empty chest. Hey, that's cool. That is something that, I can put in a stream. That's hijinks. That's funny. It might make a good TikTok video. Either that or there was some kind of a server glitch, maybe from a reset, or somebody stole it. And I'm like, well, what is it? Is it haha funny, or does this shit go south somewhere? And then I saw you talking to Biker about it when he was on the stream last night. I was like, oh man, she said, I've done that shit before. You set up the chest and then you forget to put the stuff in it. I've actually done stuff like that myself. This pisses me off. Biker was doing his stream last night and I was recording this. So I just made fun. I made fun of like some of it was more serious. Like when he was talking about his girlfriend not feeling good, it's like, well, you can't really joke about that. That's horrible. I hope she feels better. But like he would be talking about stuff, and half of the stuff I'm like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. I never said anything about that. And every time he brought up copper, I would go back in and I'm like, man, what are you getting sponsored by Duracell? Are you going to start doing a copper top battery commercial or something? But I mean, I was actually tuning on it. If I can keep my mic working, I need to do more of that because I think I can make fun of various streamers. It don't even matter. It could be a hot tub stream. It could be a fucking Call of Duty stream. I think I can make fun of that. I really think, like you hear an explosion go off in Call of Duty, hey, is somebody smoking in the shitter again? I mean, I think I can make a lot of fun out of that. And if I do come back to this, that's something I got to start doing when I record these. Record it with a stream going on in the background and just tune off of whatever you're hearing. It's like, I'm not blaming anybody. I really didn't care, but I got there and I'm like, what the hell? These chests are empty. Is this a joke? I just didn't know how to react to it. Because I honestly didn't expect it. I thought it was great. It really does help me out, but I really did not expect it. Yeah, one of the guys that I used to play with, I still see him every now and then. I chat with him every now and then. They were on my realm when I had one. He was the one who told me, he's like, dude, man, when you start streaming, he goes, you got to show everything. Because he goes, people are not going to believe you do what you do in survival. And the thing is, though, by showing everything, it's boring. Like, I'm gathering my stuff now. It's boring. And I posted something. It's a survival Minecraft group. And somebody put on there, like, yeah, there's no way you made that in survival. And I'm like, yeah, actually it was. And then he was being a dick. And then what was funny, though, is I think he got me a few extra likes because I got a lot of likes on that group. I think by him being a dick helped me out. Well, hey, I'm really glad you jumped in on the server. But see, I had a couple friends. They were like that when I was on my realm. They weren't necessarily they were better builders than they gave themselves credit for, and I really tried to encourage them. But when they found out I was doing a big build, they would help me grind out the stuff I needed. They were really good about that. Biker did that for that thing that I made over at the Halloween area. He saw what I was building. He started dropping off a chest full of stuff. He's like, hey, I'm really looking forward to seeing the end of this. Take everything you need. Just leave me the rest. I just wish that they would have made Blackstone farmable like they did the slate or whatever. It's the gray stuff you get in the nether. Because you can actually make a farm out of that, like a cobble machine, like a cobblestone machine. You can farm it. I wish they had done something like that for Blackstone. Because I got to be honest, the other one is okay. I like it, that gray stuff. I can't remember the name of the block. Biker told me what it was the other day, and it's just, I don't use it very much. It's a nice looking block. I will use it a little bit here and there. But the Blackstone looks so much better. And you can make stairs and slabs and everything else out of it. So, hey, for everybody, we're officially at the midpoint of the stream. We got about 45 minutes left. I want to thank everybody for coming in. Anyways, I'll get back to that. Yeah, this guy, he goes around and does these, and when they say First Amendment out, they act like they're protecting your First Amendment rights. Really what they do is they go around and they act like an asshole and they film themselves doing it and they put it on YouTube. And their whole business plan involves being an asshole so that they can get money from the views and the clicks on YouTube. And I think that's moderately successful for them. And then they also get arrested a lot, and then they basically beg for people to pay their bail money and other shit. And if you follow it like I have, and this is a tragedy. This is absolutely a tragedy. But the way I look at it is, if these people are going to choose to do this, I figure I have a right to laugh and enjoy it. Would I think it would be, would I be happier if they decided to grow up and do something a little more productive? Absolutely. And I wouldn't feel bad about them doing it. But as long as they're doing this and putting it up on YouTube, I reserve the right to laugh and find it humorous. Well, they had one guy that was doing this, and I remember seeing this guy in the actual national news when I was still down in Indiana. They were talking about a guy that was likely going to go to federal prison for fucking around with courts and other government officials. He fled the country. Hey, biker, what's up, buddy? Let's get. Oh, is that a twerking? Is that a twerking emote? He ended up fleeing the country. He's living in Mexico now because they were basically going to put him in jail and they're going to take his kids away from him. Big sin booty. Oh my God. And but he fled the country. And then there is another guy. There's groups out there that troll these guys. And there's another guy, and one of the people that trolls them, yeah, no shit, very interesting choice. He called the guy Gollum because he really did look a little bit like Gollum from the Lord of the Rings. And he ended up attacking somebody. He would walk around. He was like about 5'3", 5'6", 105 pounds soaking wet with rocks in his pockets. And he would always flip out on people. Well, they were like throwing him out. He had been told he cannot go into this, I think it's the Attorney General's office. And he kept going in. And then he'd get arrested. Well, he went in the one time and he was filming and they told him he had to leave. And I don't know if it was the Attorney General or another government, but he was getting trespassed from these buildings. And they were literally going to throw him out of the building. Well, he had his camera on this 6-foot tripod. And he literally started hitting the security guard with his tripod. And he's going away for a while. Well, now that he's been arrested and he's in jail, he's got family members that have been under terroristic threats by this guy. He had stolen his mother's Social Security or trust fund checks. He tried to claim that he hadn't, but they have the records. They were being mailed to his address, not hers. That guy's probably going away for a while. And hey, everybody, join the heist. Just type in exclamation point heist and then the amount that you want to wager. That's all you got to do. And then it's on pretty much autopilot from there. Bikers being abducted by aliens. Let's see if we can get out. When I get back, I'll try and have a new one rid of. I try to change them every couple months, but bikers being abducted by aliens, we got to help them out, man. And but no, he's going to jail for a while. There's another one, Eric Brandt. He's likely going to be gone for a while. This guy. No, and none of them saw the writing on the wall. They all should have known this was coming. It was Helen Keller could see this shit coming. But Eric Brandt, he recorded himself calling a federal judge and telling the clerk that he hoped that the judge had his brains blown out and it splattered on his kids' or grandkids' faces. And then he put it on YouTube. And he had other videos on YouTube where he was basically calling for people to randomly shoot police and judges. I mean, it was bad. And they finally got him for threatening that judge because what it was is the judge had just sentenced 2 or 3 of his buddies to a couple months of jail each. So he's going away. Well, this Rogue Nation guy, he was going over it. He just did it a day or two. This is like one of his newest videos. He was going over the Florida police file on him. It's kind of the equivalent of an FBI file. And he's going over it, and he's just like, oh, man, look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing. And they had him incident by incident where he had gone around and gotten arrested and doing all this shit. And I'm like, he isn't smart enough to figure it out. They're building a case on him. It's like he's going to end up just like the other people if he doesn't get his head out of his ass. And it's sad. On some level, it's sad. And the other thing that was funny is he's going through this. I don't know how he got a copy of it. I don't know if he got it through a Freedom of Information Act or not, but he got it. and he blanked out a lot. Yeah, he made it back. Did you see that? The guy from Virgin Records, Virgin Mobile. He's that other billionaire, but I think he's from England. Can't think of his name. He went up in the other one like a week or two ago. He went to space, and now Bezos went up with this group. I don't care what they spend their money on. I really don't care what they spend their money on. But I'm sorry. If these guys can spend like $10 billion to go ride in space for like 20 minutes, they should be able to pay some taxes. I'm sorry. I think working people need a tax cut. If they've got enough money that they can piss $10 billion away to go on a joyride in orbit, I'm thinking they can pay a little bit more so everybody else can pay a little bit less. That's just sick. Because we were talking about that here because yesterday in the news they had said that he was going up, and I thought it was today. And I'm really not going to, I really don't want to rag on my brother, but it's like he was watching the same thing I was watching. They basically said he went up and came back. And then he's like, well, yeah, he's going up later. And no, he's already back. It's over. And he just, it was right there and he missed it. But they literally just said, well, yeah, he went up this morning. We covered it live and he's already back. And then, then when it was pretty clear, then both of them, the other two people are like, how much money did he stay to go up there? How long was he there? I go, I think they were only in orbit for like 20 minutes to an hour. I mean, they weren't. This is the thing, and we had talked about this before. These space races, in some ways, they're recreating the Gemini and the Mercury missions, where they're just like right now, they're going up and just seeing if they can go up into space, stay there for a little bit, and then come down. And they're not quite doing it. They're staying up there a little bit longer, but they're basically going up there and coming down. Then, the next one they do, they'll probably stay a little bit longer. And then pretty soon they'll be doing one where they're going to like orbit it for a couple orbits around the Earth. Then they might go up and connect with the space station. I don't know, but they're going to basically recreate some of the early, let's heal us some villagers. But they're going to go up there and recreate some of the early missions just so they can, they're going to have to go through the same process, make sure the shit works. But, it was a little confusing. But, yeah, I'm kind of glad, though. It's nice to see us going up into space again, even if we have to farm it out to them. But, yeah, this moron, though, and then the worst part is he put this thing that the police had given him out there. And he redacted a whole bunch of stuff. He forgot to react his birthday. So as he's scrolling through it, there's birthday. It's got his name, his address, his birthday. And I'm just like, this guy is too stupid to be doing this shit. He just doxed himself on his YouTube channel. And I'm like, oh my God, I really don't know, but I kind of like it with the shit that I've had to deal with stupid people, and it was stupid people that caused what happened to me. I'm positive of that. It's kind of nice to see these stupid people get a little bit of what's coming to them. It really is. Yeah, I didn't do. I went out and watered my stuff, but I didn't do a whole lot today, so I had a pretty good day. Hey, if anybody hasn't seen it, I just watched it. I was looking. I fell asleep for several hours yesterday, and I thought I was going to screw up my sleep, and I think this goes with the fact that my health has gotten worse, because this is what would happen last year. If I did what I did yesterday, I went out, worked, did the mowing, did the weed eating, that kind of shit. Not that much, but enough to wipe me out. And I came in and slept for 3 or 4 hours. It would fuck up my sleep. Guarantee it. What I do is I either wouldn't be able to get to sleep, or I'd go to sleep and wake up at 2 a.m. and I wouldn't be able to go to sleep again. And it would just totally fuck up my sleep. I slept for 4 hours yesterday. By like 12:30, 1 o'clock, I was asleep. I slept until 7:30 this morning. So the fact that my health has gotten worse, the sleeping isn't screwing up. I'm still keeping like my normal hours. I wake up in the morning. Well, when I woke up, I went and took a piss, and I figured I was going to fall right back to sleep. So I'm like, well, let's find something I don't care about, something I'm interested in, but if I fall asleep in it, I'm not going to care. And they had this thing. I have to pretty much live on what I can watch without spending money if it's not on TV. I found one called Haunted State. That's the name of it. And if you've got Amazon Prime, it's on there. They had one season of it. It's actually not bad. I don't know if it's real or not, but it's entertaining. It might not be as entertaining for you because they're basically checking out the haunted places in Wisconsin, my home state, and a little represent, folks. And but they're basically going to places. Now, some of them I've never heard of them, some of them I have heard of, and they're actually going there. And I don't know if it's real or not. I don't care. I'm treating it as entertainment. And they, real or not, they are getting ghosts to turn on and turn off flashlights. The little, oh God, I can't remember what they call it. It's like the demon box or something like that. It's the little device that they carry around that the ghosts can use to talk to them. And I got a feeling it's fake. I really got a feeling it's fake because the lights are turning off and on too much. And some of the stuff from that demon box or whatever, that little voice box they got, that's the most spot on and chatty I've seen the BuzzFeed guys do it, and every now and then they'll get some hits. And a lot of the time what comes across it doesn't make any sense. This one here, it's like they were getting direct answers to direct questions. Maybe not all the time, but I would say it's better than 50-50. I kind of got a feeling it, but it was still kind of, yes, that's what it is, a spirit box, thank you. And then the other one, I don't know what it is, but it's some kind of it's not exactly a voltage meter, but that's what it's acting like. They carry that around, and it measures the spirit activity in the room. And the other thing I did, I finally got around to it. I went and broke all these, and I added on a little bit, and then I put in trap doors so I can actually get at these guys a little bit. I did it and I finished some of it today, but I went through and did it on both sides. But yes, that is a spirit box. Thank you. And but the thing that was cool for me, it's the first time I've seen a TV show focus on Wisconsin. I read a book a number of years ago called Haunted Wisconsin. That's where, yes, I think you're right. Thank you. I'm really horrible with names. But I read a book called Haunted Wisconsin. That's why some of the stuff that they went to, I had at least heard of it. Some of it was totally new. And I'll be honest with you, if this streaming thing takes off, and I'm not expecting it to, or if I come in, like if I hit the lottery or something like that, that might be something I would do for YouTube. I would put a different take on it. I really wouldn't be going there, unless somebody else wanted to do it. I would like to go to some of these haunted places, like maybe do one a month or something like that, and go there. I'm not staying there. I'm not fucking sleeping there. But go there and just videotape, like going to these haunted places and see if anything happens. Just, do I get a creepy feeling? Does shit move around? And then if people start watching it and you had the money, maybe invest in the spirit box. Maybe get some infrared cameras or some night, go there one day, put some cameras up, go there the next day and see what the cameras. I'm not sleeping in those places. I'm just not fucking doing it. We have a wild, sassy Bree wandering into my base. Here we have it. I really do appreciate it. That really helped out a lot. I think you know exactly how much this helped out. But yeah, I'll still be on the server, even if I'm not streaming for it. I'll still get on the server, hopefully as much as I normally do, and I'll work on some of the builds and stuff. Like, I really want to finish this thing. I really do. It's starting to look pretty good now. Yeah, me too. That's the only bad thing is but I like to build these things big because I am not a good builder. But if you make something big enough, it has a certain wow factor just from the sheer size of it. Um, and I am getting a little better at using depth and textures and stuff like that. I still don't think I'm good at colors. That's why sometimes what'll happen is I'm not working on the bottom part of this because I don't know exactly what I want to do with it. Until I get an epiphany, I'm just going to leave it. But right now it looks good, but I will let it sit there until I figure out what the next piece of it's going to be. That happened on that Sunday Bunny Realm that I'm on. I can't remember what it was. There was something I saw. It might have been in a YouTube video, and it might have been something I saw on Google or Pinterest. But there was something I saw, and then basically as soon as I saw it, and then I think I was looking for ideas for this thing. But when I saw it, I'm like, oh my God, that's what I need to do on my bunny realm. And I've started working on that now, but I just let whatever it was sit there until I figured out what I wanted to do with it. And then I'm like, okay, this is what I want to do. I just got to do it now. And the nice thing about this is uh, I'm taking from several different sources that there isn't anything exactly built like this. I've seen about, I don't know, probably between 5 and 10 pictures, and I think I've got a little piece of each one. Uh, one, there, one of my instructors, he actually trained under Bruce Lee. Well, two of the instructors that I've, one of them isn't alive anymore, but two of the instructors I've had, they both trained under Bruce Lee. And the one guy that's still alive, he made the comment that Bruce Lee always used to say that if you steal from one person, you're a plagiarist. If you steal from everybody, you're a genius. And I've always taken that to heart as a good piece of advice. Instead of just taking something somebody did and copying it exactly, with the exception of farms, sometimes you can't really change anything on that if you want it to work. But for the builds and stuff, I always try to take elements of it, pieces of it, and then that way you're not really stealing their stuff, you're just being inspired by them. Oh, we got about 25 minutes. That really bums me out, man. Not everything was funny, but I think I made a significant amount of this stream funny if my mic would have worked. That really bums me out, man. I was looking forward to this. Hey, what's up, baby? Thanks for coming back. Hey, what's the temperature like out there in Arizona? I think we got back into the 90s today, but for at least a week or two, we were in the 70s and the 80s, and it gets down into at least the 60s at night. We've had her, but I think my brother said we're gonna have a fucking heat wave by the weekend though. Oh God, man. Yeah, out there in, like, you're in Arizona, California. They were saying the other day on the news that Washington State, there's an area there. They were the third hottest in the world. They were the third hottest in the world. There were parts of California, like the Death Valley, and I think something over by India, were the only two places in the world that day that were actually hotter than Washington State. They were, and I guess it was a record for them. It was like 112 degrees there. That's just nuts. That is just absolutely nuts. Hey, do you guys know now that they've nerfed villager trading? Are those trades permanent or do they wear off still? Oh yeah, it's 9 here, and I think it's 8 where Biker is. I don't know if I'm going to get around to it or how fast I'm going to get around to it, but the plan was to start housing some of the villagers up here. Like, definitely all the villagers that do uh, the enchanted books. I want them up here somewhere. I'll have to build a water vader to get them up here. And I don't know if I'm gonna. I might still keep the smiths, the tool makers, the weaponsmiths, and the armors. I still might keep them down there. That was the whole point of this when I started making my trading hall over here. I'm like, I got to do something nice to put these guys in, something fancy. When they first came out with the Village and Pillage update, I really designed this nice little artsy fartsy thing that I was going to put the villagers in. I was going to take advantage of the new mechanics and how they were supposed to be. And the shit came out broke. I had a working villager farm and they broke it anyway. I mean, it was broke when they came out with the Village and Pillage. And oh man, I was salty for a while. I sent some just hateful shit to Mojang because I'm like, man, if you can't get this shit working like in the next, like now, then you need to go back to the old villager mechanics and put this on a shelf until it works. And I was on the soapbox every time I contact and pretty much every update. It's like, man, I'm tired of playing a broken game. You need to fix this now. Because I was making comments like, when there's something wrong with the Minecraft store, you got that fixed with a hot fix. But I go, you've basically broken a large section of the game, and it's been like 3 updates and it still isn't working. I was pissed. I was absolutely pissed. It was right around the time when they basically started taking notch off of everything on the game. And then I made a comment. I go, man, why are they flushing notch out of the game? And someone goes, well, they said some hateful shit. I go, I guarantee you what I said was worse. And they go, well, yeah, but you're not on the game, so they can't really say nothing to you. It's like, uh, well, if it's 10 p.m. and you got to go, don't let me keep you up. Yeah, I'm not kidding you though. When I edit these and stuff, these look so much. I mean, yeah, the stream itself is probably better because I can talk better. I can pay more attention to what's going on. But just the visual quality of these streams are so much better since I started recording. Oh, okay. Okay, I must I can't remember what I was doing because the sun's moving. Every now and then I don't know if my recording glitched and just froze, but the sun's moving, so it's still here. Yeah, I checked it out today. This thing actually looks pretty good when it's lit up at night because I went over to the mountain and took a look at it after I got some more of this done. God, I got to retype that. I don't think some of that's me. Every now and then this it's free, but every now and then this autocorrect I got just basically smoking crack. There was one time it actually gave me the correct way to spell the word. It corrected it. It said, "Oh, here's the correct spelling." And so I used it. I clicked on it to use it. And then when I went to hit return, before I could hit return and post it, it actually changed the word to something else. And I'm like, "You're the one that gave me the spelling for this," and then it changed it to a completely different word. I'm like, "Okay, this you get what you pay for. It's free, but it's not good." And then every now and then I get these things, and they're like, "Oh, would you like to buy the full version?" Oh, you got to be fucking high. The screw ups you've done? No. If I had the money to spend on this, I'd get one that actually works. I was waiting. One of you guys must have slept right before I got there because I was waiting for it to kick me out of bed, and I didn't realize that one of you guys kind of sitting there waiting. I'm like, well, when's it gonna kick? And then I'm like, oh man, somebody beat me to it. It's already daylight. Yeah, this is what I've been doing a lot of this now because I need the quartz. So I've I've been basically working these guys. Been working these guys so I can get the emeralds to go buy my quartz stuff with. I can't remember if I did this on the stream and like I missed it, or if I did it after the stream. But Biker was over here in one of his streams, and I noticed that I had like four shepherds up there by where the Masons are. And I don't know exactly what happened. Shit should not be spawning here, and it seems like it is. Yeah, I don't think I've done it yet. But I went and I cured those guys, and then I had to kill off all these villagers because they kept wanting to link to the other. They kept wanting to link to the shepherds' workstations instead of them. So I had to snuff out all the village. Well, I didn't kill them. They suffered accidents. We'll just put it that way. And but I did that either it's already been done and I missed it while the stream was going on, or I did it after the stream. But I got that done, and then today off stream I went and watched these guys have some horrific accidents so that I could clear them out of the thing. That's another bug they need to fix. I'm sorry if you've got a villager that's standing right in front of a workstation and it's one that they can use like it's their profession. They should take priority over someone that's like 50 blocks away. I'm sorry. I'm not a programmer, but it seems like that should be doable. All right. I'm trying to compose. Uh, this is actually a good one because it's going to hang me up, and that might make people want to cash it in. I'm going to buy me some quartz blocks so I can make some stairs. And I'm going to keep doing it and doing it. I'm going to grind. I'm going to build this base up. And when I got on stream today, I cut down some trees because I needed the wood. Well, yeah, this has got to come off as awkward and uncomfortable. Okay, now there was a Saturday Night Live skit. This is like the old school stuff. I was still in grade school, and the guy's name is Garrett Morris, and he was playing a convict that was up for parole, and they asked him, like if he should be paroled, like what would the first thing he would do, and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna get me a shotgun and kill all the whiteys I see. I'm gonna get me a shotgun and kill all the whiteys I see. And when I kill all the whiteys I see, old whitey, he won't bother me. I'm gonna get me a shotgun and kill all the whiteys I see." And then I think it was Lorraine Newman. He starts going, "Then I'm going to get me a white woman who's wearing a pretty blue sweater." And that's when they were hauling him away. He's got quartz, and I'm going to use it. If I can get good at this, what I should do, and I need a different rig because I can't have this much running, or it'll screw up my my stream. But what I should do is, if I can get good at this, and I'm actually having a pretty good day. So if you're gonna do it to me, this is a better day for me to do it because I'm not lightheaded, I'm not exhausted. I might actually be able to think through it. But what I should do is pick a song on like the karaoke channel and just make shit up to go with that song. Because what the sing mode is, I'm trying to basically do something on the fly for like what I'm doing, and that's where the problem is. If I could just put up lyrics, and sing the My Penis song or something like that, would be tremendously easier. But I'm actually I figured, I'm like, oh man, this won't be that hard. Oh, bullshit, I was wrong. Trying to just make shit up on the fly for whatever you're in the middle of doing. Yeah, that's not easy. That's really not easy. And I need to set up a timer when somebody does that. I need to set up a timer so that I have to do it for. This is kind of a work in progress, but I need to do it where I set up a timer and force myself to sing for an X amount of time, like 2 to 3 minutes, like roughly the length of a regular song. Maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes, but just put me on the spot. Like some of the stuff that I could come up with on the top of my head, it's probably so offensive people are going to be upset about it. Because I can think of some fucking sick shit. Like you could take like a Beach Boys song, and it's like you. I'm trying to think. Oh god, there was a Beach Boys song. And again, I'm just spitballing here. I'm really not trying to offend anybody, but nowadays, if you started doing a parody of a Beach Boys song, round, round, big and round, she's big and round, you'd get nailed for that. And then the other one, if I had a video camera, if I had a working webcam, I could start singing that car song, where I'm staring at my hand going, "You're all that I've got tonight." I could make some of this stuff funny, but a lot of it's going to be offensive for people. I mean, I get it. Some stuff isn't funny and we need to change, but my God, you've got people crying about some of the dumbest shit imaginable. My favorite one was, it was the Netflix Marvel stuff they did. They came out with the Luke Cage series. Okay, and this here, you have to understand, the series is set in Harlem, New York. And there were some white people that, I don't know, maybe should have had a, IV drip of Midol or something like that. They complained that there were too many black people in it. I'm not making this up. They complained that there weren't any white people in the series. It was set in Harlem, New York. It was literally set in Harlem, New York. And they were bitching that there weren't enough white people in it. Let that sink in for a minute. And then what was funny is the one guy, he played a Hispanic character in there. He put out a meme. He did it, the actor. And he goes, "Hi, my name's so-and-so. I play drug lord so-and-so, Chico or whatever, in Marvel's Luke Cage on Netflix. I'm actually white, playing a Hispanic person. And I'm just sitting back and laughing at all the white people complaining that there aren't enough white people." He goes, "I'm white. I'm in the movie. There are white people in it." And that really kind of threw me for a loop. It's like, okay, it's in Harlem. And there's a lot of black people in it. This is just not that hard to figure out. It's really not that hard to figure out. It really isn't. It'd be like if they made a movie about Napoleon and they complained about most of the movie was set in France. It's like, yeah, that's just not a thing to complain about. Ooh. This is why I hate starting over, because the stuff I build, I really need the wings because I fall off of the shit a lot. I really fall off of the shit a lot. I was headed for the bed, I do believe. I need to figure out what's running in the background on my PC and find a way to stop it. I have no idea what it is, but I still got a good stream on my end. Looking at the tablet, it still looks good. But my network has been green on OBS up until now. Now it's flickering between green, yellow, orange, and red. I've dropped 0.2% of the frames, and I've done nothing different. It's got to be something running in the background, and I have no idea what it is. I have absolutely no idea what it is. If it could have just waited like 5 minutes, I'd be done with the stream. Oh, Sassy Bree left the game. Bye, Sassy. That's what's a little surreal about it, the fact that I'm streaming it, but I'm not actually on the server right now. Because I know it's going to happen. It's happened a couple times in the stream. Every now and then I see something on the screen, and then it takes me a minute to realize this was yesterday. This was yesterday. It's not right now. I don't know. Hey, what exactly month is the next update supposed to come on? Because I'm actually looking forward to it now. I really am. It's not going to be until like December or January, right? Oh, I thought it was going to be later. I'm actually looking forward to that because every now and then, I don't watch every one of them, but every now and then I catch one of beta, those beta videos where they're talking about what's currently in the beta. I'm really looking forward to the spawn update, and I can't remember if it was Silent Whisper or one of the Java players, but it sounds like it's going to be the same. The intention is to have it the same on both systems, where it'll be the same whether you're on Java or Bedrock. The spawning will be the same. Oh, and you need to check out. I didn't think about it while you were on yesterday. You need to check out Silent Whisper. It's either Silent Whisper or Foxy. One of those guys built an axolotl farm, and if you build it with stained glass, according to them, they'll breed in it because the stained glass is not supposed to let the light through. And the one he did, the way he built it, you had the axolotls, and then they were killing. He was basically doing it, I think, for the drops, but he had the axolotls spawning and then killing the drowned and everything else that spawned in it too. And I think he was getting fish, tridents, and other stuff like gold and copper from them because every time the other shit would spawn, the axolotls would just swarm them and kill them. Well, okay, that's just about it for the stream. Unless he's not on, I'm going to. I gotta check. I think Warwick will be on. If he's on, I'm gonna go ahead and